It's a really big park when from the ranger station to your site is almost 4 miles. That's a huge state park.
Are you excited?
I'm excited to get to the site before it starts really pouring the rain.
Yeah, or completely dark.
Yeah, or completely dark. It's hard to go into a site when it's dark when you've got the trailer. Well, good morning. Here's our site. We couldn't show you last night because it started pouring rain. So we just hunkered down and made dinner in the van. And then this morning we woke up and this is where we are. Another Florida paradise campsite. And yes, I'm still walking. This is one of the deepest sites that we've ever had. And we're off in our own little jungle of palm trees and palms. All set up. This morning we waited out the rain, we've taken Maggie for a walk, and now I think we're gonna get the bikes out and go explore this really huge state park here in Florida. We're glad you're with us.
Some things in the water. Scary.
One of the main purposes for us to coming out today, other than just to get some exercise, is to scout out where we can put the kayaks into Lake Kissimmee. And this is the spot. Looks a little boogery, but it looks like it's going to be fun too. So maybe later today or tomorrow morning, that'll be what we'll do. But for now, we're just going to keep exploring. Go to the right. You do want to go to the left.
I might have picked the wrong freaking trail. It's pretty sandy, and if we didn't have these big fat tires on here, there's no way we could get through here, and it's still difficult.
Took a little break, keep going. Even though we have e-bikes, this is not easy with this deep sand, but it's still fun. It's definitely a challenge. We're not sure where this road goes. We stopped and looked at Google Maps, and it seems like we should be able to see the park road pretty soon. So it's always good to keep Google Maps handy on the phone, isn't it?
It is when you have a signal.
Oh yeah, that's right. We don't have much of a signal out here either. So
we had a little bit. We had enough to get the map up.
So if you don't see this video in a couple of weeks, somebody go check on Maggie.
Been doing a lot of Fred Flintstone. Walking with my feet. Not to turn over.
Don't guess we recommend bringing the bikes out on this service road, do we? Yeah, let's keep going. If my reading a map is correct, we should be able to turn left here and make it back to the park road. This would be the road. Yay, we made it. Yay! I see a magpie. Hey, hey. You make it so much fun to come home. You do. You make it so much fun to come home. Are you rolling on your treat? You're such a good pup. You're such a good pup. Well, it'd be easy to just stay here and hunker down, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But we're going to go take the kayaks out to Lake Kissimmee and spend at least an hour or two out there paddling around, having a good time. And bad thing is, it's a little boogery. It was too hot for Maggie to go on the bike ride, and now I think it's going to be too boogery out here for her to go on the kayak.
We're going to leave her twice.
But the good thing about leaving her here is we'll be able to turn the air conditioner on, running on the lithium batteries, and she'll be good and cool while we're out there. Here we go.
So here's where we're getting into. Isn't this beautiful? I'm pretty excited about getting in the water this afternoon.
Breaks my heart to have to leave her, but the batteries are at 100%. The air conditioner's on 72 low auto, and we're going to go out here. Chances are we won't see an alligator or anything around here, but we don't know these waters. It is an area where the water is kind of dark, so we couldn't see something in the water. So we're going to err on the side of caution. And so I'm thinking we did the right thing with Maggie now, because there's an alligator tail right there. I'm going to crap out of dodge here. Made it to the end of the canal, and from here we can see part of Lake Kissimmee. So usually when we come out on waters like this, I'm fishing, but today that's not the case. We're just looking for birds and wildlife. But you should. Oh crap. You know, like everything looks like an alligator. But then when you actually chase a little white bird and then there is an alligator, then man, it's scary.
Close to the edge, I have to take my chances of getting hit by a boat.
You'd rather take your chances getting hit by a boat than eaten by an alligator?
Yep. Maybe hit by a boat, you'd be over pretty quickly. Even by an alligator might take a while. Boogery, boogery.
So this state park has a lot of wildlife. We've seen a few of them.
I keep looking around at all these pieces of wood floating up. I keep thinking it's an alligator.
Yeah, they have alligators. They have
osprey, white-tailed deer, and I saw a deer today on the bike ride.
Yeah, they have bald eagles.
Bobcats.
Yep.
We have seen a lot of armadillos at the campground.
Yep.
But we did hear they carry leprosy.
They do. They do. All right. Awesome. We're not going very far on this lake.
I wonder why.
Well, for two reasons. It's a big body of water, and boats are flying out here, and so that's something you got to be careful about. The way you keep from being worried about boats flying is staying in shallow water and next to the edge and to the shore. But when that's covered by alligators, you don't have any place to go except
in the middle,
back to the van and back home. So, man, that was thunder.
I think it's a plane.
Oh, you sure?
Could be
Might have been a thunder plane. Okay, let's
head back.
May have been my imagination. Isn't there a song about that?
It is hard to share my thoughts. Ooh, na, na, na. It's like cutting a wound in a bleeding heart. It gets me, but I know that you need it all. Ooh, na, na, na. Just give me some time, 'cause I need to know that you're staying.
We left Mag. Okay, baby. Okay. Well, it only took 9% of the lithium batteries to keep that going for about an hour and 15 minutes. So we're at 70 degrees and it's rather comfortable in here. And Maggie's acting like she's hot, but she's really just upset because we left her. So there you have it. That's what it took on the batteries. That's how much battery it used for us to stay going for a little over an hour. And we feel pretty comfortable leaving her like this. Let's go put the boats on and go back and settle down for the evening. Just like that.
We're home.
Maggie said, we've been home the entire time. We're gonna cover the kayaks up, I guess, and keep the leaves out of them. And then we'll tuck in for at least a little bit of a rest.
A little bit of a rest.
Probably gonna take Maggie for one more walk. But what do you think about kayaking in Lake Kissimmee?
It's a little scary. Boogerish.
It was. It was a lot more boogerish than we thought it was going to be, and we made the right decision not taking Maggie. I'm not sure the alligators ever attacked anybody here. The ranger didn't know for sure when I talked to him on the side. So there's one that stays in that canal all the time, but there are 3 or 4 that come in and go up at the point, and that's where we saw most of the ones that we saw today. Great thing to do, though. We didn't have to pay anything to go on an alligator tour. You may be wondering, why in the world are they building a fire outside when it's 84 degrees? Well, first of all, we're camping, and we love building fires. Second of all, we're going to cook something pretty special tonight that is not really special at all. If you've been following us, our last few Griddle Me This meals have been pretty, well, fancy schmancy. So what are we doing tonight? We're doing 2 of our favorite, simple, anybody can do it campfire meals. We're going to roast hot dogs over a fire, and then we're going to make cinnamon, sugar, butter, apples. Let's get started. We have a raging fire going. Things are good. We're going to take our favorite hot dogs. You put whatever you like, but we like Nathan's hot dogs. And we're going to put those on, of all things, a stick that we found out in the woods here that we've carved down and we've soaked in water so it won't burn, hopefully. And we're going to start cooking the dogs now.
Ketchup, some public slaw, some onions. All right, let's see you. think you'd do a happy dance for anything.
That's really, really, really good. It's the most simple meal we've ever made. Hot dogs over a fire. If you have kids, that's probably the thing to do. Take kids out, build a fire, make some hot dogs, cook up some s'mores, maybe make the apples we're gonna make. It's a perfect memory just waiting to happen. I'm gonna sit down and eat. So remember the apples we sliced up and we put in sugar and cinnamon and butter and a little lemon on top. Now we've made a flat place on the coals. We're going to put these down and they're going to stay there for about 10 to 15 minutes according to how hot your fire is, and then dessert will be ready. Easy peasy. Okay, so let's open them up. Let's see what we've got. Oh. If this isn't happy dance worthy. Oh man. Look at that. Okay, let's get a bite of this. Extra butter and extra sugar and extra cinnamon makes for a really good apple dessert. So I'm telling you, sometimes when you camp and you try to outdo yourself, you do really fancy meals and you try to make things that you might not should make when you're out camping. Like for example, marsala chicken. There's so much you need to bring. There's so many steps. It takes forever. You can't really do it together. But tonight's meal, 4 hot dogs on a stick on a fire, 2 apples, some cinnamon, sugar, and butter, and time together. Those are the things you're going to remember. And those are the things that truly give us both happy dances when we think about them. We're going to enjoy Bon appetit. There are 2 loops in the campground here, and each one of the loops in the center of the wheel has a pretty large, really nice bathroom. And then there are spokes that run off of that, like these little walkways, that take you to the road that your camper's parked on. By now you guys probably know that we love Florida state parks, and here at Lake Kissimmee State Park there's a lot to love. We enjoyed being out on the water yesterday, but they have something special here that not all of them do. It's not a yurt, it's a tent, a pioneer tent, a pioneer camping. And we're going to try to find that and show you that right now. Show you one of them at least. So how is that? It has a little patio you can sit under, a big tent room. It has air conditioning. Doesn't have water or anything, but there's water available here. Pretty cool. Oh yeah. This is the stuff right here. So if you don't have a tent or an RV or a van or anything and you want to try camping, that's a really good option. It's not like staying in a yurt or one of the cabins at a KOA. It's really a tent, and it's really something that you can get an experience of being out in the wild. Looks like a good option.
Happy and you know it, wag your tail.
Wag your tongue.
If you're happy and you know it, wag your tail.
So I think when you get to Lake Kissimmee State Park, you're going to find that almost every site is what we would describe as huge. Look at this. Here's the one right beside of us. And ours is just about as big as this. But where can you stay and have live oak trees right behind you like this and have a trail right behind your campsite? It's just beautiful, isn't it?
It is.
Huge sights. I knew Lynn would be back here looking at this tree. This would have been a perfect site for us with this tree back here. This trip for us is pretty much made up of 2 and 3 night stays all along the east and west coast of Florida as we meander looking for warm weather. I think somewhere along the line this time we blew by warm weather and ended up in hot weather because yesterday's high was 88 and today it's supposed to be 84 here. If you come into the middle of Florida, the central part of Florida, you're going to find that even in the winter time it gets extremely warm here. So with that said, we're going to pack the van now and head to our next spot, which is a little closer to a place that's dear to our heart, Tampa, Florida. Thanks for sticking around with us in this video. We hope we see you down the road again soon. Do the little YouTube-y thing and do the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done that, and share this with your friends. And more than anything, leave us a comment down below. Let us know how cold it is at your home right now. What are you dealing with weather-wise? Are you sweating like this just walking around, or are you bundled up like we were before we left? And let us know what's going on in your life, as you always do when you leave us comments. We show you what's going on in ours, and we're glad you share that with us. Until we see you again soon, stay healthy, stay happy, and keep looking and searching for adventure in your backyard. I bet you'll find it. Go. Gotta go somewhere else, okay? Hop, hop, hop in the van.
Hop, hop.
I know.
Hop, hop.
I like it here too, but there you go. You're moving slow. You are. Get on up there.